I am Jen Berger. I'm with the American Parkinson's Disease Association. We are here in St. Louis, and we are super glad that you are here. You showed up to a level 2 class. Now, here's the deal. We're going to do the entirety of the workout, I think, standing. But if at any point in time you want to do some of these exercises seated, go ahead and grab a chair. I will give modifications for those of you in the room if you decide to do anything seated, but a lot of the exercises, the majority of them can be done the same way, seated or standing. So also, if you do not have any weights, we are using weights today. Go raid that pantry cabinet, grab some soup cans, some green bean cans. I say that and it takes me right back to COVID. I used to say that all the time. When we started these YouTube classes, we started them in our basement. Well, I was in my basement. Rochelle was in her basement because nobody could leave, and I said that all the time. Go raid your pantry cabinet. You remember that, Prakash. You were around then. So anyway, go ahead. Just all I ask is that they're the same weight on both sides. So if you grab water bottles or something like that, just make sure that they're the same weight on each side. We'll be here about 50 minutes-ish. Start with a warm-up and with a stretch. In the middle, we're going to have a whole heck of a lot of fun. Iman, are you ready? All right, Richard's ready. I can see him. 2 deep breaths in through that nose, out through that mouth. This is where we'll start right here. Big breath in. Take a deep breath in. Hold it at the top. Now, as if it's your birthday, I want you to blow out those birthday candles. Exhale it out through your mouth. Perfect. Let's do one more. In through that nose, all the way up. Nice big stretch up top. And then a big exhale out that mouth. Great work. We're going to stand with those feet hip width apart, and we're going to roll those shoulders back. That's where we're going to start right here. Big shoulder rolls back. Opening up that chest, squeezing those shoulder blades on the way back. Making sure we're opening up those shoulders. Opening up those chests. Let's do 2 more. 2, setting that posture. And 1. Shake those arms out for me a little bit. Now we have those shoulders back. Now all I want you to do is take that head and turn it from side to side. We're going to warm up those bodies from our head to our toes, and any opportunity we have to work that range of motion, we're going to do it. So that body stays tight. We're just moving that head and neck. 1 more to each side. Now we're going to come back to center, and we're going to have to take care of that, Merle. Chin to chest, and all the way back. Chin to chest. You were just getting a little extra oxygen for the workout, wasn't you? And exhale it out. Not exhale it out. See, now I don't know what I'm talking about. Chin to chest. And all the way back. Oh, nice work. We're going to come right back to center. We're going to continue on down that body with some big push and pulls. Big push. Come on. Big arms. And then as we stand up, we're going to squeeze those shoulder blades. So it's a big push, long arms out. And then we're going to take it back and squeeze those shoulder blades. Big push. And nice big pull. Push. And pull. Let's do 2 more. Big push. And pull. Last one here. Big push. And pull. Great work. We're going to put our hands on our hips now. Hands on our hips, standing straight up, shoulders back. We're going to rotate through the center of our body now. Rotating at that waist from side to side. We worked on that range of motion on those shoulders. We worked on that range of motion on those necks. Just moving our way down. Big rotation through that waist. 1 more each side. And then we're going to come right back here to center with those hands on those hips. We're just going to tap through those heels. Dig those heels right out in front of you with those shoulders back. When you're ready, we're going to add some arm swings. So it just looks like this. If you can work those opposites, now's a great time to practice. As that right leg comes out, that left arm comes out. We're also going to work on big arm circle or arm swings all the way forward, all the way back. So we're not going to stop at that mid body. We are going to go ahead and swing it all the way back, all the way forward, all the way back, tapping those heels up. All right, give me about 10 more seconds here, and then we're going to go ahead and march it in place for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and march right here. Now, as we move, as we march in place, as we do those heel digs, sometimes our bodies have a tendency to move. Make sure that you're not veering too far away from your chair, or you're going to be right up here teaching class with me. And unless you want to be a movie star on YouTube, I would suggest you stay relatively close to that chair. The other reason I'd like for you to do that is for if you were to lose your balance, or I would ask you to sit down, that chair would be right behind you. Now we're going to take the last 30 seconds here, and we're going to march as quick as we can. We're going to pull those knees up. We're going to use those arms. The other reason why we have these chairs here, like I said to our people at home, is for added stability. If you need that to help with your balance, that's when you can grab that chair, put it either behind you or in front of you. Right now, I'm going to have you use those voices, okay? So it's not just me talking. We're going to start at 10 and count it down. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. All right, everybody find their chair. Find their chair. I got my travelers in the house. Find your chair for me. We're not going to sit. Don't sit. Don't sit, Annie Mustang. We're not quite ready for that yet. All right. I am going to take 3 exercises, or 1 exercise, but I'm going to take it into 3 exercises. One's going to be a strength. One's going to be a balance. And I think if I remember correctly, one's going to be a cardio. So the first exercise of each set is going to require your weights. So go ahead and grab your weights. When we set them down now, we can set them right on our chair. So I'm going to grab your weights for me. Prakash, I'll grab them for you. You got them? All right, grab your weights. And we're going to be going up and down with those weights. So when we're not using them, we'll just throw them on our chair. First exercise here is going to work those biceps and those shoulders. So those arms are going to start nice and straight by your side. Those feet are hip width apart. Shoulders are back, right? Chests are open. We're going to go bicep curl to overhead press. Nothing longer than a minute today, all right? So we're going to take it, that bicep curl here, elbows tucked in. Look at my elbows tucked into your side. And then we're going to go ahead and press it up overhead, come back down to your shoulder, and then extend it out. All right, 1 minute of work. Let's go. Curl, press, back to shoulder, full extension, nice and controlled. Curl, press, shoulder, extend, curl, press, shoulder, extend. Those of you that have worked out with me before, do we do strength slow or fast? Slow. The slower the better, right? Take that momentum right up on out of it. Press, shoulder, extend, keeping those shoulders back. Curl, press, shoulder, extend, curl, press, shoulder, extend. Few more. Curl, press, shoulder, extend. 2 more. Curl, press, shoulder, extend. Last 1. Curl, press, shoulder, and extend. Great work. Set those weights on those chairs. Set those weights on those chairs. I'm going to take that same kind of exercise, but I'm going to make it a balance exercise. What we're going to do here is we're going to take that bicep curl, but we're going to take it with a reverse toe tap. It looks like this. No weights, no weights. Curl, reverse toe tap. Right back to center, other side. All right, we're shifting that weight side to side, keeping that stability in one leg, which is going to work that balance. We got 1 minute of work. Are you ready? Let's go right here. Curl and tap. Curl and tap. Curl and tap. Curl and tap. Nice work. Curl and tap. Now, if this isn't challenging your balance enough, you can lift that leg. Curl and lift. Curl and lift. That's going to require a little bit more balance. So it's either a curl and tap or a curl and lift. Nice and slow. We're working balance. So I want you to really work to stabilize on that one side. Curl and tap or curl and lift. You want to work that balance a little more, pause at the top, and then come right back down. All right, the great part about these exercises is we can make them as challenging or as modified as we feel comfortable. Either a reverse and tap or a reverse or a curl and lift. Right here. Right here. Let's go 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. I'm going to take that same exercise and I'm going to make it a cardio. We're going to curl with front kicks. It looks like this. Curl and kick, just like this. Now this one we're going to do a little quicker, all right, so that we can get that heart rate up a little bit. It's that bicep curl with those front kicks. Then we'll take it from the top and repeat it. Shoulders back. Let's go. Curl and kick right here. Now I'm going to let you guys pick the pace on these. Quicker. You're going to be teaching class with me pretty soon, Andy. You're in my magic quadrilateral. I mean, I'm all about partner teaching, co-teaching, if you want. But I don't know if you're up for that. All right, come on. Kick, 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 kick. So getting that bicep curl in there right here. Kick, kick. 30 in, 30 to go right here. Curl and kick, curl and kick. Keep those shoulders back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Shake it out. Every time we show up to a set, we're going to do it 2 times. Grab those weights. We're going back to where we started. That was that bicep curl to overhead press. All right, so this is how this is going to work. We'll go back and repeat those 3 exercises one more time. We'll take a quick break, and then I'll introduce you to a new set of exercises. Shoulders are back. Whether you're seated or standing, this looks exactly the same. Curl to overhead press for a minute. Let's go. Curl, press, shoulder, and down. Curl. You can grab those weights if you want, Iman. You want your weights? Do you want your weights? No, you don't want your weights. Nope, don't want your weights. They're right there. Your weights. That's all right. I just know you're strong enough to hold them. There we go. And down. Curl. Press. Shoulder. Extend. Curl. Press. Straight arms. Come on, let's maximize the benefits of this exercise. Curl. Press. Shoulder. Extend. Curl. Press. Shoulder. 3 more. Curl. Press. Shoulder. Extend. Curl. Press. Shoulder. Extend. Last one. Curl. Press. Shoulder. And extend. Great work. Set those weights down. Going into exercise number 2. This is where we really slow it down and we work that balance. So we're going to take that curl with either that. So you have a couple choices. It can be a curl and a tap right here. Curl and a reverse tap. If you want to make it more challenging, you can take it to a curl with a lift. If you want to make it even more challenging, you can hold it and then come right back to center. You do your own pace on that. All right, shoulders back. We ready? Let's go. Curl and tap or curl and lift. You guys know the drill. Curl and lift or curl and tap. Keep going. Curl and tap. Curl and tap or curl and lift. Got it? Nice and slow. Testing that balance, that single leg reverse, whether it's that tap or that lift. We talked about leg strengthening earlier. Pete and I did. This is another great way to work on not only that stability, but the strength of those legs. We got 15 seconds left right here. Curling with that reverse. Let's go 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go right into that cardio. We're going to kick it up a notch with those curls and front kicks right here. Now, y'all set the pace on these, right? The quicker you go, the quicker that heart rate's going to get up. Seated or standing looks the same. You ready? Let's go. Kick and curl right here. Kick and curl. Kick and curl. Now, big kicks. Come on, big kicks. Kick and curl. Perfect. Kick, 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 kick. You got it right here. Working those arms and legs at the same time is also going to get that heart rate up. Kick and curl, kick and curl. You got it right here. We're 30 seconds in, 30 seconds to go. The great news is is we get a big old break and a drink on the other side of this. So let's earn it right here. 20 seconds left. Kick and curl right here. Whole new set of exercises after these. Stick with me. We got 10 left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, Gorman. Nice work. Grab a drink. Make sure you find your chair. Grab a drink if you need it. There's water. You want a water? Anybody else need a water while I'm back here? Glenn, you good? You want one? You're fine. You want one, Carrie? Okay. It's important. It's going to be so hot. You need to make sure you do lots of drinking. Of water, that is, Pete. Of water, okay? Oh, Carrie, I didn't even realize you had a Cardinal shirt on. You should have been at the game today, sister. No. Too hot, too hot, too hot. Night games. I'll do a night game, but not a day game. All right, Iman, find a chair for me. We're going to go into our second set of exercises, and you actually need those weights for this first strength exercise. Those of you seated, I'm going to give you a different exercise. Nice work. Why don't you grab those weights for me, Iman? Why don't you grab your weights? Why don't you grab those for me? All right, so I'm going to grab my chair here so that I can demonstrate what you're doing if you're seated. Those of us standing are going to do squats, all right? But if you're seated, what we're going to do is we're going to be sitting on the, now this is only if you're seated. If you're not seated, stay where you are. You're going to put those weights right above those knees, all right? Right above those knees. Now the legs are doing their work, so all you're doing with those fingertips are keeping those weights from rolling off those legs. Because what you guys are going to do for me is you're going to do high knees, just like this. I want those legs to do the work. I want them to lift those weights up. All right? The rest of us are going to put those weights right by our sides with those feet hip width apart, and we're just going to squat. So we're just going to sit back into it and come right back up. We got a minute of work. Let's go. Now, on those knee lifts, those of you seated, you're nice and slow. Pause at the top and come right back down. Make sure those legs are doing the work. So make sure those weights are right by those knees, right above those kneecaps. The rest of us are squatting it out. Now here's the deal. You can also squat and set the weights aside. Take the weights out of it and just squat that way. Nice and slow. Those of you at home, you have options as well. You can do these squats like we are, or you can take it to those seated knee raises. Whatever you're doing, I want you to feel these in the front of your legs, those big quadricep muscles. All right, let's go 4 more. Keep those chests up. Those of you squatting, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great work. Set those weights aside. Let me show you what we're doing next. You can decide if you want to be seated or in front of your chair. We're doing single leg, or behind your chair. We're doing single leg stands. So that's where that one leg goes up, that opposite arm goes up, and we're going to hold. We'll do 45 seconds on each side, all right? So you can use that chair for a little added stability. If you want, in front of you, you can also move to the back of your chair. All right. Oh, goodness gracious. Almost tripped. Gosh, Iman, we don't need those weights. Here, Pete, you want me to get you? I can also put a chair in front of you. Would you rather do that? That way you okay? All right. Yeah, don't ever hesitate if you want to have a chair in front and behind. If you don't want to move back and forth, you can do that too. All right. So shoulders back. We're going to take that one leg up, opposite arm holding. It's going to look the same seated. All right. Use that chair if you need it for stability. Are you ready? Let's go. Leg up, opposite arm, and we're holding right here. We're just holding. You can drop those weights, Simon. You don't need those. Underneath your chair, though. Otherwise, you're going to have to do push-ups. Use that chair if you need it. You can also give yourself a little bit of a kickstand here if you need to tiptoe it out. We got 15 seconds left, and then we'll switch to the other side. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So that other leg goes up. Opposite arm raises to the sky. You got it, Pete. Let's go. 45 seconds of work right here. Now, how can you make this a little bit more challenging? You can pull up that knee a little bit higher. You can make sure that arm's nice and straight up overhead. Sometimes when you're working on balance, you can find a spot a few feet ahead of you to focus on. We're over halfway here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it out. You can feel that in your legs too as we stabilize. Last exercise is when we switch this to cardio to get that heart rate up. We're going to go to those high knees, moving with big arm swings. We did it in the beginning in that warm up. We're going to do it right here. Quicker you go, the more challenging it is. Did I make it more complicated for you over here, Carrie? I didn't want to box you in there. All right, we ready? High knees, big arm swings. 1 minute of work. We're getting that heart rate up. Let's go right here. Big arm swings, big high knees. Right here. It's 1 minute of work. You pick the pace. You want to get that heart rate up a little quicker, you go just a little bit faster. You can even take it into a light jog if you want to get it up a little bit further. 30 in, 30 to go. You got it. Stick with me. Come on, moving those arms and legs. 15 seconds left here. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Let that heart rate come down just a little bit. Great way to bring a heart rate down if you find you're doing something and that heart rate rises and you're ready to bring it down just a little bit. Remember how we started this workout? 2 deep breaths. In through that nose, exhale it out through that mouth. That's when, when people say when you're stressed and people say take deep breaths, that's why, because it will naturally bring that heart rate down. Grab those weights because we're taking it from the top. We're going to go back to those squats or knee raises. If you were doing those knee raises, we're going to go back into that chair for knee raises. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and take it into those squats. All right? If you're doing squats and you're not using your weights and you need a little added stability, I'm not pointing you out, Pete, but you can do exactly where Pete is right there. You can take that. I don't know if that's what you're going to do, but you can take it into those squats by using the back of that chair to give you a little added stability. All right, lots of different options with these, all right? And if I don't give them to you, raise your hand. I'll give you an option. The rest of us are going to hold those weights in those hands, feet hip width apart. We're going to squat into it. Are you ready? Or knee raises. Let's go right here. 1 minute of squats. With or without weights, your choice. Make sure we're sitting back into it, protecting those knees. Another great thing to do when you're exercising, especially a strength exercise, is really think about the muscles that you're working. So right now we're working those leg muscles. So as you squat down and come up, or you do those knee raises, think about those big muscles in those legs doing all the work. Sitting back into it. We're over halfway done with these. Stick with me. Make sure I still see those pearly whites. Don't hinge too much forward on those waists. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go 5 more. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Set those weights down. You can set them on your chair. I'm going to pause for a little public service announcement. Again, Pete and I were talking earlier about leg strength. Great exercise to do at home is find a nice stable chair and do your sit stands. So do those sit up to those stands. Pick a number. Pick 20. Pick 25. Pick 10. Do them throughout the day. Maybe find a few times during the day where you can work on those sit stands. Those really help to strengthen those legs. All right, that was just a little sidebar. We're gonna go into the balance portion of this. That's that single leg stand where that leg's up and the opposite arm is in the sky. Seated or standing looks exactly the same. We'll do 45 seconds on each side. Are you ready? Leg up. Opposite arm raises to the sky and we hold. Again, you can use that chair for a little added stability. Over halfway, we got less than 20 to go right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it out. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Same thing on the other side. We're just going to lift that other leg, raise the opposite arm. All right, are you ready? In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go right here. 45 seconds of work. We're standing up tall. I really love what I'm seeing with those using those chairs as stabilizers. You're challenging yourself to stabilize, maybe let go a little bit, try to see if you can do it without, and then coming back. We don't want to use it as a crutch, but simply as something to keep us safe, a little bit of a stabilizer. We're over halfway. Whoa, 15 seconds. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Shake out those legs. Here's the deal. We got one more exercise in this set. Those were those high knees with those arm swings. Getting that heart rate up right here. We got 1 minute of work, and then we'll take a quick break, and I'll introduce you to a new set of exercises. Everybody good? Everybody looks good. All right, we ready? And let's go right here. Getting that heart rate up. Somebody coming in? Oh. Come on, moving those arms and legs. Let's go right here. It's a minute of work. You can get your arms here. You can give me big arm swings here. Halfway in, 30 seconds to go. We get a break on the other side before I introduce you to our final set of the day. Everybody looks good. We got 15 seconds left. Come on. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Go ahead and grab a drink. Grab a drink. You can have a little bit of a seat if you want. Don't get too comfy because we do got one final set here. And then maybe a grand finale if we have time. We'll see. You okay there? I said grand finale. It got you all choked up, huh, Allison? All right, when you're ready, we're going to grab those weights. First exercise is always the strength portion of the set. So go ahead and grab those weights. We're going to start with those arms nice and long by our side. Those shoulders are back. We're going to alternate arms nice and straight with that front raise. So it just looks like this. We're just going to raise to shoulder height, come right back down, and alternate to the other side. All right, arm stays straight, and you only have to take it to shoulder height. All right, you can grab your weights, Jerry, if you want. Iman, you can grab your weights. You ready? Let's go right here. Nice and straight, nice and slow. Only have to take it to shoulder height. So only come to shoulder height and then come right back down. You don't want to take it too far over that shoulder because then we get a little bit of impingement in that shoulder, and that's not necessarily a good thing. So nice and slow. Nice and slow. Try not to swing it. Try not to swing it. Really control it up and control it down. Slower you go on strength, the more challenging it is, right? Keeping those shoulders back. Nice and slow. Keep those arms straight. See my arm? It's nice and straight, straight up. Let's go 3 more. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Great work. All right, go ahead and set those weights down. Let me show you what those moves look like in the balance sense. We just did our strength. We're going to switch it to balance. I saw Carl kind of teasing this one out a little bit, but what we're going to do is we're going to take one arm out, the opposite arm back, and right back to center. Since some of you are using those chairs for stabilization, we'll stay on that arm and leg. So if that right arm comes up, that left leg goes back, and then we come right back to center, nice and slow. All right? If you're seated, you can go ahead and do a straight arm, straight leg raise, and then right back down. All right? Perfect. You can alternate sides. All right, we ready? We're going to stick on that same. So let's say right arm up, left leg back. Let's go right here. Lift, and then come right back to center. Lift, and center. Lift, and center. Only use that chair as a stabilizer, not necessarily a complete crutch. Working those opposites. Let's go 3 more on this side. 3, 2, and 1. Great work. We're going to do the same thing on the other side now. Now it's your left arm, right leg. Let's go. Lift and lower. Slower you go, the more challenging it's going to be. Great work using that chair. We're just going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Working those opposites. 15 seconds left on this side. Let's go 1 more. And nice work. Nice work. Last exercise is our cardio exercise. We're not going to take those arms forward, but we're going to take them out. 1 minute of jumping jacks, whatever that looks like for you. You can be here. You can be modified, which is where I'll be right here. You can also do them seated. All right, 1 minute of jacks, and then we'll repeat those exercises. You ready? 1 minute of work. Let's go right here. 1 minute of work, working those arms and legs. Great coordination exercise, jumping jacks are. Great cardio exercise. You can always start here and take it down to a modified. It's your call. Great part about these workouts and these exercises is you can make them your own. It is a full minute. We're almost halfway in. We are officially halfway in. Woo! Take it, pace up a little bit if you want to increase the intensity. We're down to our last 15 seconds. Nice work, Andy. Last 15 right here. Come on. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. I'm going to give us just a little bit of time to catch our breath on those, because we're going to go ahead and repeat those 3 exercises one more time. So we're going to go back to those alternating front raise with those weights. So once you're ready and you feel recovered, go ahead and grab those weights. We're going to put those weights in our hands. Those arms are straight. Where are those shoulders? Back. Thank you, Pete. Back. Right here. Opening up that chest. Alternating those arms nice and straight out in front of you. Let's go. Right here. 1 minute of work. Only taking them to shoulder height. and then right back down. Keeping those arms as straight as you can. Try not to swing it. Let's make it nice and controlled. Give me about 15 more seconds on these. Keep those shoulders back, those arms stay straight, nice and controlled. Everybody looks good, nice and slow. Try not to swing, control it up, control it down. For 3, 2, and 1. Great work, set those weights down. Good news is we're done with those weights. So when we get to the end, we'll throw them, or you can throw them under your chair now, either way. All right, we're going to go back to that balance portion, right? That balance portion is that arm out, opposite leg will stay on the same side. So let's start with that right arm out, left leg back. All right, 45 seconds of work. Let's go. Lift and lower. Use that chair if you need it. Lift and lower. Lift and lower, working those opposites. Over halfway with this side, and then we'll switch. Two more on this side. 2 and 1. All right, now we're going to switch. It's going to be your left arm, right leg. Left arm, right leg. 45 seconds of work. Let's go right here. Lift and lower. $15 seconds left here. Let's go 2 more. Let's go 2. Last one here. Up and down. Great work. Last minute of exercise before we have a seat in that chair to work on those abs and stretch it out. Jacks, seated or standing, looks the same right here, or you can take it to a full jack. 1 minute of work. Are you ready? Let's go right here. We get to put these jumping jacks to bed after this. That's the good news. Halfway, 30 seconds in, 30 seconds to go. Anybody know what time the game started today? 3? Oh, okay. Come on, stick with me. Last 15 seconds. Right here. Looking good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Great work. Those weights can go underneath your chair. We'll do 1 minute of core work in that chair. So when you're ready, you can go ahead and have a seat. We'll do 1 minute of core work in that chair, and then we'll go ahead and stretch it out. Actually, I lied. We're going to do 90 seconds. We're going to do 90 seconds, but I'm going to split it into 3 30-second stints. So we're going to do those alternating bicycle crunches where we're tickling those earlobes, coming across our body to meet that elbow to that opposite knee. So it just looks like this. And then right back down, and then we'll do the other side just like that. We're doing for 30 seconds. We'll take a break, 3 rounds. All right, you ready? Let's go right here. Elbow to opposite knee. Twisting at that waist, bringing that elbow up to that opposite knee, or that knee up to that opposite elbow. Twist at that waist and meet that elbow to that knee. So your right meets your left meets your right. Working those opposites. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. 1 down, 2 to go. Nice way to stretch out those abs is to sit up nice and tall. Stretch them out. Tickling those earlobes again. And the reason I say that is I just don't want you pulling on that neck. All right, 30 seconds. Let's go. Across that body. Crunch. 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 You got it. Twisting at that waist. Elbow to your knee. 15 in, 15 to go on this second round. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Great work. Last round. We have one more round of those. All right, let's try to keep those elbows as out as we can. All right, we got 30 seconds of work. Twisting at that waist. Let's go right here. Perfect. Perfect. Coming across that body right here. Less than 30 seconds of work and we're stretching it out. The hard part will be over. That is the good news. 15 in, 15 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Sit up nice and tall. Let's stretch those tummies out. Great work. Hard part's over. High fives to all of you. I'm going to grab a quick drink. We're going to go right into some stretching. So when you're ready, make sure you're on the edge of that seat so we can maximize these stretches. Man, y'all don't like to take breaks. Let's go from one to the next, Simon. All right, legs out. One leg at a time, actually. We're just going to extend it out. We're going to pull that toe towards us. We're going to hinge forward with that opposite hand. We're going to come across that body and reach for that toe. Nice big stretch in the back of that leg that's straight out in front of you. And then we'll hug that leg in, and we'll rotate that ankle. So the leg that was straight out is now hugged right into your chest, and we're rotating that ankle nice and big. Big rotations. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So we'll extend that other leg out. We'll reach forward with that opposite hand, come across that body, and reach for that toe. And then go ahead and hug that leg in and rotate that ankle. And then we'll set that foot down. We'll sit up nice and straight. I want you to use the outside of the leg or the arm of that chair and turn that body and look over that shoulder behind you. So if you're turning to the left, look over that left shoulder. I want a nice big stretch through the center of that body. Once you get there, I want you to hold. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So we use the other leg or the other arm of the chair, sit up nice and tall, turn that body and look over that shoulder behind you. Come back to center here for me. Now what I want you to do is I want you to hug those legs. I want you to give your legs a big hug, stretching out that upper back. And then we're going to slowly open it up and focus on the front of our body. As we open up those arms and stretch out that chest, you can even take that head back if you feel comfortable, get a little deeper into that stretch. And then let's do it again. Big hug of those legs, rounding that back, stretching out that upper back. And then again, we'll slowly open it up, taking that head back. And then we'll come back to center right here. Roll those shoulders back for me a few times. Big circles back. And then come right back here to center where we'll finish with a couple big neck rotations right here. Once you get one or two in one direction, you can switch to the other direction. Nice big circles. And then meet me right back here in the middle. We'll finish the same way we started, those 2 deep breaths, in through that nose, out through that mouth. Big breath in, inhale through your nose, reaching up to the sky, hold it at the top. And then a nice big exhale out your mouth. And then last one here, in through the nose, all the way up. Nice big breath up, big reach up top. And then a big exhale out through your mouth. And then putting that right and left hand together and clapping it out. Great work. Those of you at home, nice work. I'll see you next time.